Hey, Tubies, it's Psychic Bob. Well, here we are. It's Monday, and you know what that means? It's time for our weekly horoscopes. That's right. But before we get into that, I got to say thank you. Thank you to all you who've come out to the videos over the last few days. We've had a lot going on here at Spirit Channel. On Saturday, we had our Saturday class. We did a class on spiritualism, on physical phenomena, and we also did a seance. And on Sunday, we had our witching hour. That was last night. We had such a great turnout. If you haven't seen either of those videos, definitely check them out. They're in the queue right before this one. And so you got some catching up today to do. And today we're going to have horoscopes. And I want to give a big shout out and welcome all the newbies that have been here. You guys have been great. Thank you for coming out. If this is your first time here, this is a weekly thing we do every Monday. I sit down and I put together horoscopes for the week. And these are unique to my channel. You won't get them anywhere else. People say, where do you get your horoscopes from? I actually study the transits and I write the horoscopes myself. So they're my creation. They're a Psychic Bob original. So anyways, horoscopes are a great way to get some psychic help. Maybe you're waiting on, messages from the spirit world, or maybe you want to buy a private reading but can't do so right now. Well, horoscopes will give you every week a little help to get through your week. So I hope you'll join us here each week for that. Well, I tell you, today I've been sitting here looking at my new necklace. How do you like this? Check this out. I just got this yesterday. It's silver stars. Isn't this beautiful? Let's see if you guys can see. It's kind of hard to see. But it's a chain, literally, of silver stars. Isn't that great? Can you see that? So I've been wearing this because I thought, since we're studying the stars, I might as well be wearing the stars. I'm so glad you're here. Well, we got to jump around, spin around our big Zodiac wheel today. Here we are. There's our central sun, and it goes through the Zodiac throughout the year. So we're going to follow that and see what's going on. All right. Well, let's start in today. We're going to talk about the transits first, and then we'll have individual horoscopes. By the way, today's video is for the time period Monday, May the 7th, 2018 through Sunday, May the 13th, 2018. Okay, so we got a week long here of star information. Okay, well, here we are. It's Monday. And I have to tell you, today we're starting out. We've got our sun in the sign of Taurus. And Taurus is the big bull of the Zodiac. And I love Taurus. We're going to actually be in the sign of Taurus until, what is it, May 20? I always forget. We're going to be in the sign of Taurus until May 20th. So happy birthday to all of our Taurus individuals. There's our big bull right there. We're in the sun sign of Taurus today. We've got our moon in the sign of Aquarius. That brings in a lot of air energy. It's going to be a powerful day because we've got our sun in opposition to Jupiter. We've got our sun trine Pluto. We've got Jupiter trine Neptune and Mars square Uranus. What this means today is follow your visions for long-term prosperity and success. Right now, you're going to be getting a lot of inspirations. That Jupiter influence is stirring things up in the money area. And, for those of you looking for jobs, this is a very good week. All week long, we've got our sun facing Jupiter. And the sun is one of the key lights of the Zodiac. And whatever illumines brings in power. So Jupiter is our planet, deals with prosperity. This is going to be a very strong week for anybody doing anything with work, business, building a business, looking for a job. This is going to be a major focus for everybody this week, okay? So remember that. So today you want to start off this week following your visions for long-term success. Jupiter trine Neptune really brings in that long-term success energy, prosperity, success, all starts this week. This is how Monday starts. Not bad for a Monday, okay? That's pretty darn good. As we go into Tuesday, we've got our moon still in the sign of Aquarius. We've got our moon to Mars square Jupiter. Now, normally a moon square, anything square a planet is always a challenging aspect because Jupiter's power is so strong. Moon square Jupiter is not necessarily negative. It means that things may go just a little slow for a little while, but they're still progressing, okay? We've got Mercury square Mars, and we've got Mars square Uranus. What this means is tomorrow, as I said, things may be just a little slower, maybe a little challenging in communication. Tomorrow, people may be a little sensitive. So when you're dealing with people on Tuesday, just stick to the facts only. Just be real direct about things and keep things very simple, and you'll ace the day, okay? Going into Wednesday, we've got an interesting shift here. A lot of psychic powers coming in. Our moon moves into Pisces, which is that water energy that brings depth of feeling, thought, and emotion. We've got our sun in opposition to Jupiter, our sun trine Pluto, and Jupiter trine Neptune. What this means is trust your intuition, particularly in business on Wednesday. You can't go wrong with what you're feeling. You know, what you see on paper may be a little different than what you're perceiving inside. Trust your inner feelings and go with your gut, and you're going to make it through Wednesday with a lot of success. Now, interestingly this week, you know, a lot of times we talk about what is our psychic power day. Well, interestingly, this week we've got 2 psychic power days on Thursday and Friday. Thursday, May 10th, we've got our moon in Pisces, of course, and we've got our moon conjunct Neptune. That is a very powerful combination. Opens up all those psychic gifts. For those of you who've been wanting to develop your spiritual gifts, your psychic gifts, you want to really kind of spend time on Thursday with that, okay? Same thing on Friday. Now we've got our moon, which is still in Pisces that day. We've got Jupiter trine Neptune, and we've got our sun again in opposition to Jupiter. That's going all week with us. And this is another psychic power day. Looks like as you go into Friday, you're going to really feel that pickup in business energy, business success. So what you start on Thursday, you'll continue on Friday. Very high energy throughout this week. So a lot of opportunities for success. Now, when we go into Saturday, again, this is another super strong day. Our moon, interestingly, is moving into Aries on Saturday. That brings up firepower, so that can kind of kick up more energy. People may be a little more volatile. But not necessarily in a bad way, because we've got our sun again in opposition to Jupiter. That brings in strong opportunities for business and success. And we've got Mercury conjunct Uranus. This means this is a great day for breakthrough, particularly in communications. If you've been in some sort of waiting pattern or business negotiations that have kind of stalled on Saturday, you might want to revisit that, because Mercury conjunct Uranus means sudden breakthrough, insight, understanding, okay? When we go into Sunday, we've got more energy of that Aries moon. We're still got that firepower. Our Mars on Sunday is square Uranus. This can make things a little wonky, so be a little careful. We've got Jupiter trine Neptune. This is a day on Sunday. It's more of a kind of a retreat day. Think and plan, have your hopes, continue with your plans, but keep your plans to yourself, okay? Your future endeavors, it's not a good time to share all of that. Mars square Uranus makes things a little easy to be misconstrued and miscommunication. So Sunday's a better rest day, a reflection day, work at home day, and keep things to yourself. So that is how our transits are shaking out for this week. And again, this is for Monday, May the 7th, 2018 through Sunday, May 13th, 2018. Well, now it's time to spin around our big zodiac wheel and see what's in the stars for each of you. Everybody listening to this video will get a horoscope. So that's why this is a very important video this week. Now, if you don't know what your zodiac sign is, listen up, because after I announce each sign, I'll give a birth date range. And when you hear the sign that your birth date falls in, that is your sign. Now, I get it every week. People write to me and say, well, Bob, one psychic said that I'm a Pisces, and according to your birth dates, I'm an Aries. What am I? Well, you're what we call a cusp sign. That means you're on the both. Depending on how the horoscope is cast, sometimes the signs shift by a day or two. Don't let that worry you. What it means is that if you're a cusp person, you get 2 horoscopes. So listen to both of the horoscopes that are around your birthday, and you'll start to see a pattern, which one you feel more drawn to, okay? And if we actually did a full birth chart for you, we could pin it down to exactly which one, because year to year it shifts depending on the year. But listen to both, because really, even when you're on the cusp, you do draw power from both sides, so you get twice as much help. All right, well, let's spin around our wheel today. Well, we're going to start in the sign of Aries, and Aries is March 21st to April 20th. Aries, this week for you, it's like just go for the goal. Don't sit on the sidelines and work. Be active, be engaged, jump into the fray, and really go for your goals. It's definitely a high power week. All that fire energy, all that Jupiter energy is in your favor this week, and you're going to have success. For those of you, Aries, looking for work, powerful week. Definitely go, be ambitious, go for the big jobs. You have a very strong energy to win this week, okay? In the area of relationships also, Aries, it's a win-win week. Now, the challenge, though, is I have to tell you, you're going to have a lot of charisma this week, draw a lot of people to you. Definitely a time for flirtation and fun. Be careful you don't burn out by running too fast and burn out your partner by just kind of, being so intense. So slow it down, be a little more gentle in the relationship area. Actually, I think after your week of work this week, your energy is going to be a little more quiet anyway. So it's going to be a powerful, powerful week. Also highlighted for Aries this week are issues connected to house renovations. So if you've been looking at, adding an addition onto your home or maybe just redecorating, repainting, new furniture, focus on that this week as well. Your key word this week, Aries, is action. All right, bear with me. Psychic Bob's losing his voice. I've been talking a lot this week. Our next sign is Taurus, and that's April 21st to May 20th. Taurus, with all of this Neptune influence this week, you are feeling the depths of everything. A lot of times people think of Taurus as more earthy, grounded side. You definitely have that energy, but this week you're more into your intuitive side, your feeling side, your emotional side. Let the emotions have free reign in work as well as personal life, because you're in flow with your higher self this week, and that's really bringing all your success. Taurus, you may find yourself kind of stepping outside your normal bounds, like doing things you would have normally thought of doing. Be open to change in schedule, be open to change in routine. That's going to be part of your success this week. So listen to your higher self. Definitely spend time in meditation and let the spirit world lead you. Also highlighted for Taurus this week are issues connected to creative writing. So you're definitely having an open channeling week. Let the spirit move and create something beautiful as well. Your key words this week, Taurus, your key word this week is intuition. Trust the intuition. Capital I. All right. Our next side is Gemini, and that is May 21st to June 20th. Geminis, this week, you are really tapping in, like the Taurus, to your psychic self. Geminis, you're going to experience a lot of mental telepathic communication. It's like the minute you think of somebody, they call you. This is going to be kind of a recurring theme this week, kind of meeting up with people, finding out, what their plans are, what your plans are. There's going to be a lot of symbiotic energy between you and others. Great week for business partnerships, particularly for those of you building businesses. Think in terms of partnership. For those of you looking at work, definitely discuss teamwork, being part of teams. That is a key word for you guys, particularly in work this week. In the area of personal relationships, also, Gemini, just you're in the right timing. You're feeling your partner or potential partner. They're feeling you. It's a great week for communication. We have a lot of powerful Mercury transits that are really helping Geminis this week. And Gemini is ruled by air. So great week for emotional connections with people as well. Also highlighted for Geminis this week are issues connected to music and music appreciation. So you might want to take in a concert or take that special someone to a concert and, woo them under the moonlight with a band on the stage. Your keyword this week, Gemini, inspiration. Follow your inspiration. It'll lead you to success. Inspiration. All right, our next sign is Cancer, June 21st to July 20th. Cancers, this week, you, like some of the other signs, are really tuning into that psychic self. Cancer need to really pay attention to their inner voice, because sometimes Cancers doubt themselves. This is a challenge. Cancer say, oh, I can't be right about that. Cancers are one of the signs of the zodiac that tend to have a lot of humility. They're very kind people, very humble people. But this week, Cancer, you got to be brave enough to listen to that inner voice and trust it and know that you're on, okay? In the work area, you'll really find that, people are looking to you with the sense of guidance. You're going to be in positions of helping solve problems this week. So be open to trusting that inner voice. That's what leads you to success in work. Also in relationships, Cancer, you're going to just really have a sense about who you want to be around, who you want to date, who you want to marry. All of that relationship energy is really coming up here, and people are sharing honestly from the heart with you. Be open to receive that, and you're going to have really good rapport this week. Also highlighted for Cancers this week are issues connected to retreat, rest and retreat. So it's also a time for you to kind of recharge your batteries as you work on that inner self. Get away, have a little spiritual retreat. Your key word this week, Cancer, is trust. Trust yourself, trust your intuition, and others will trust you. Trust. Okay, our next sign, Leo, and that is July 23rd to August 22nd. Leos, you have the sense of timing of the brightest industrialists of the universe. Your sense of how to make money right now is very high. Your sense for conquering, for winning is very strong. Excellent week for Leos, particularly in the work area. There's a lot of energy around, closing contracts, closing big deals, getting promotions, bonuses, raises. It's definitely a money week around Leos. So Leos, you can allow yourself to just enjoy and bask in the limelight of success. That's really your calling this week, okay? You have a lot of energy for prosperity, but not just in money matters, also in a relationship here. Leos are going to feel very rich emotionally this week. They're going to feel valued and nurtured and loved, and that's a nice feeling. So this week, allow people into your life, allow people to be close, let yourself be nourished and loved in relationships as well. So a strong week for success for Leos on every front. Also highlighted for Leos this week are issues connected to studies of astrology or the occult. So you might want to explore spellcraft studies, witchcraft, astrology, anything mystical. Your key word this week, Leo, is prosperity. Ooh, give me some money. All right, our next sign is Virgo, August 23rd to September 22nd. Virgos, you also are you're sharing a lot with the Cancers this week. A lot of that psychic energy flowing through, a lot of that inner knowing. Virgos, you're going to feel like the spirit world is leading you. And it's interesting, as you go into meetings this week, particularly in work, stop, pause, and let the spirit speak through you. You'll find that you're a natural channel this week. It's like words come out of your mouth that you didn't plan, but they're even better than what you planned. And this will open up a lot of doors of trust and opportunity and success for you. In the relationship area, Virgo, also very similar energy, because you're going to really find that you know just what to say to that special someone in your life to help them understand you. And they're going to be in your energy of channeling, and they're going to want to speak back from the heart. So there's a lot of open heart energy for relationships, friendships, as well as love this week for Virgos. Also highlighted for Virgos this week are issues connected to long-term investments. So if you get an inspiration about a stock tip or a mutual fund to invest in, be open to that, okay? Your key word this week, Virgo, is channel. Channel that knowledge and power. All right. Our next sign is Libra, and that's September 23rd to October 22nd. Libras, this week for you is going to be what I call the week of minimalism. And what I mean by that is right now you're at a place where you're kind of clearing out the excess in your life. It's a good time for Libras to get rid of stuff in their house that doesn't serve them. But in other areas, like for example in work, this is a good week to kind of streamline your work processes. Think about what's working in your jobs and what's not. Work on your processes so that you get things done quicker, more efficiently, and more streamlined. And you're going to have an awesome summer ahead. So the energy right now is really opening that door for simplicity and for clean-lined activity, okay? In the area of relationships also, Libra, this week for you is one about clarity of mind and heart. It's going to be very easy for Libras to see who they can trust, who they can't trust, who has their best interest at heart, who's on their team. So let yourself do some evaluation and think about who you want in your life, who's part of your team. And that way you'll really be ready to go through the summer, okay, with a lot of support and a very clean, sleek process in work as well as personal life. Also highlighted for Libras this week are issues connected to art studies. So if you're a Libra, you might want to explore art. You might want to explore that. And in fact, I would say explore modern art, particularly minimalism. It would work great for you this week. Your key word this week, Libra, is simplicity. Okay, keep it simple. Special one. All right. Our next site is Scorpio, September 23rd to November. October, I can't read today. October 23rd to November 21st. That's Scorpio. Scorpios, you are feeling the presence of the spirit world as well. You have a lot of energy similar to the Libras this week. So you want to really be open to the avant-garde, particularly in the mystical world. You may find this week, Scorpios, that you literally are hearing spirit voices guiding you. You're not crazy. You're just channeling, okay? Be open to visits from beyond. Be open to communications from the spirit world. Be open to apparitions. It's going to be a week for Scorpio to discover that there is a world beyond the apparent physical world. There is a spirit world. And so this week, that spirit world really takes full reign. You're going to find in work that if you just let the spirit lead you, all the answers come, as well as in personal relationships. Scorpios are going to find that it's like they know what their partner or special friend or loved one is saying before they even say it. So you're like intuitively channeling their message. So, allow that process so that you can really go deep in your conversations and find real middle ground with people. This is going to be a powerful week for that intuitive psychic connection all around Scorpios, and the spirit world is working for you. Also highlighted for Scorpios are also issues connected to occult pursuits and studies. So I would particularly encourage Scorpios to explore spiritualism, seances, communication with those on the other side. Your key word this week, Scorpio, is mystical. The mystical. Ooh, oh, I like that. All right. Our next zodiac sign, Sagittarius, and that's November 22nd to December 21st. Sagittarius, this week for you, you've got to be a little careful. It's going to be very tempting just to run with all that fire energy. We have a lot of fire energy this week. And as a Sagittarius, that really fuels you. But you would do better, actually, to stay back and be really observant this week. Don't jump into people's craziness. There's a lot of erratic Uranian and Martian influences that are a little overstimulating. And so as a Sagittarius, you can accomplish more by doing less this week. So literally stay back, be observant. People will think you came up with brilliant ideas even when you never said anything. So you've kind of got the power this week of getting more for doing less, okay? Now, don't make that a lifelong habit, but just this week, okay? In the area of personal relationships, Sagittarius, also, this is a week for you to practice listening rather than speaking. There are a lot of people who want to come to you with deep thoughts and ideas. Don't rush to explanation or judgment. Just listen and contemplate what they're saying. You don't have to come up with the answers. Just be present. And that will win you a lot of trust and love and support. Also highlighted for Sagittarius this week are issues connected to business development. So this is more a week for planning rather than going out and making business connections. But definitely think in terms of writing up proposals, drawing up outlines, that sort of stuff, and get a business going. You'll have a lot of success with that. Your key word this week, Sagittarius, is reflect. Reflect on all things, and wisdom will arise. All right, our next sign, Capricorn, December 22nd to January 19th. Capricorns, normally you are the natural leaders. You jump in and you change the world. there's going to be a lot of tendency to want to do that. But similar to the Sages, I have to tell you, this would be a better week for you to be a follower rather than a leader. The reason I say that is that Capricorns right now may feel a little ungrounded. We have a lot of, kind of wonky Uranian transits that kind of unnerve Earth-based people. And so you may find that your attempts at communication, which normally could go in and just kind of direct a meeting and run it and be fine, may be misconstrued. So better let other people talk for you this week and sit back and observe. You're going to find by taking the slow approach this week that, similar to the Sagittarius is, you really have more success. So it may be a little challenging because it's contrary to the way Capricorns operate, but it will be the path to success. In the area of relationships also, Capricorn, you may have a little challenging week because you may get mixed signals, particularly in romance, thinking, well, I thought everything was going well. Don't take this week's kind of awkward energy as a rejection. There's nothing around Capricorn to show major upheaval, but it's a sign of just be patient with your partner, take things slower, work on focusing on grounding and listening, and you'll have a better time in relationships, okay? So it's going to be a week where Capricorns are a little challenged. You're going to have to go against their natural leadership skills. But don't worry, you're actually going to be stronger for it. Also highlighted for Capricorns this week are issues connected to purchase of properties, like land purchases or real estate. So you might want to be open to that as well. Your key word this week, Capricorn, is patience. All right, our next sign, Aquarius, January 20th to February 18th. Aquarians, this week, everything's coming at you from all sides. Uranus, which is your ruling planet, has a lot of transit activity this week. It definitely is affecting you. But Aquarians want to kind of think of things more from the place of not having to rush. You want to think in terms of looking at all things as what's in balance, what's not in balance. In the work area, not everything should be given equal priority this week. Look at what's most important. Put your energy on that. Let the other stuff slide, because if you try to do it all this week, of course, you're going to be out of balance yourself. So tackle one thing at a time. Multitasking is not for Aquarius this week. Focus on one thing and do it well. In the area of personal relationships, also similar energy. Everybody wants your time, of course. Everybody wants to be part of your world. But make sure that rather than trying to spread yourself thin and kind of hang out with 30, 40 people during a week, devote yourself to like 2 people this week and spend quality time with them rather than rushing through to try to see everybody. You'll have a better week that way and longer term success. Also highlighted for Aquarius this week are issues connected to studies of astrology. So, when the world gets too crazy, you might want to raise your consciousness to the stars and explore astrology. Your key word this week, Aquarius, is balance. Be like Libra. Be like the scales of balance. All right. And our next sign, Pisces, February 19th to March 20th. Pisces, there's an old saying, knowledge is power. And this week you are in the power seat because you are intuiting knowledge. Most people look at knowledge as a fact-based system, but for Pisces, knowledge comes through the psychic senses very often and is very often incredibly accurate. So this week, give free rein to your intuitive knowledge. Let that lead you. Definitely pay attention to what's on paper and the numbers, as they say, the numbers and facts, but give greater rein to your inner voice, even if it contradicts what's on paper, and you will find that you are glad that you did that. In the area of personal relationships, also Pisces, give rein to the inner voice. Now, you might, for example, be invited on a date with somebody this week, and all your friends say, oh, I know about that person. Let me tell you, they got a history a mile long, and they're this and that and that. But if your interaction with them leads you to believe they're different than what you're hearing, trust that. So this is going to be a week where Pisces has to kind of be a little bit tunnel vision and ignore the voices that could distract you from your own deep knowledge. Trust your inner knowledge. You're going to make it. Also highlighted for Pisces this week are issues connected to fashion design. So Good time to think about your wardrobe, designing clothes, making clothes, trying on high style. Your key word this week, Pisces, is knowledge, true inner knowledge. Oh my gosh, guys, can you believe we spun around our zodiac wheel? Well, there are horoscopes, and again, that is for the time period of Monday, May 7th, 2018 through Sunday, May 13th, 2018. Listen, I have to say it. You know, I say it all the time, but it's so true. If you are at a time of struggle in your life, don't give in to despair. Just pause and look to the stars. The stars above us in the zodiac are always rotating and changing. And what that means is that each day brings a new hope, a new beginning, and a new promise of power. So let the stars be your friends, your allies on the way. As I always say, the stars don't control us nor compel us, but they are our friends to shed light so that we might see the path ahead of us more clearly. I am so glad you guys are here. Thank you for being part of Spirit Channel. I love you guys. Every week you make this worth it to be here. Listen, if you're wanting to do some spiritual evolution, pop over to my website. I got a number of books there in my bookstore. Up at the top, you'll see a thing that says books. Click on that. I have a published author. All the books there are written by me. We've got the Ouija board mysteries, the spirit board seance, Ouija mysteries, the spirit board seances, and we got Psychobot's Book of Wicked Wisdom. We have Messages from Rose. We got When Worlds Unite. All these books over at my website, so definitely go check it out. Pick up some books. And if you want to get on my schedule for a private session, there's information there as well. You can call my office, 571-483-2112. If I'm not there, definitely leave me a message. I will get it. We'll get you on the schedule for a private session. Or you can write to me at readings@robert-hickman.com. That will be in the info box below, all of those links. So guys, keep it here at Spirit Channel. We got more coming. Tomorrow's Tuesday, and you know what that means? Time for messages from the spirit world. So make sure to be here, and I'm going to grab a bunch of letters and do mini psychic readings tomorrow for the people who write in. I love you guys. Thanks for being here. We'll see you back here tomorrow. And until then, may you always blessed be.